Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another heart-powered, inspiring interview. And as you know, every time we bring you an amazing, inspiring guest, an outstanding speaker, really striving entrepreneur and expert, so that you pick up your own golden nuggets on how to make your speaking and your business flourish even further. Well, today we have an amazing lady with us, Kristina. She's an award-winning transformational coach and founder of Coaching for Transformers, a digital coaching and conscious living platform dedicated to helping people build lives, careers, and businesses around what lights them up. Through hitting rock bottom herself and rebuilding her life and business from scratch again, she experienced firsthand how powerful our mind is and how we can use it to really move past any kind of challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. Kristina is also a huge advocate of building business in a sustainable manner by using our innate talents and skills and optimizing our minds for success. Kristina, it's amazing to have you. And I should actually say your full name, Kristina Todorova, right? So
yes,
welcome, Kristina. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Thank you for having me today. And you pronounced it perfectly. So well done. A lot of people struggle, especially with my surname. So thank you for having me today.
Right. Well, my surname is not the easiest one with blocks out. Anyhow, so let's jump right into it. Everyone is always keen to hear like what are the best practices and the smartest methods, tools, and everything else for entrepreneurs to bring their business to the next level. So what are your personal 3 favorite ones?
That's a great question, Monique. I would start by talking about the power of our mind and how important it is to really pay attention to our thoughts. So mind observation and mind control is one of the key practices that I live by and that have had such a big impact on my business. And to give you an example, as you yourself know, as a serial entrepreneur, a lot of business owners struggle with imposter syndrome and self-doubt, especially when someone is just embarking on their entrepreneurial journey. So when we are battling with self-doubt, when we feel like we have all these thoughts about, well, who am I to do this, or I'm not good enough, or no one will buy from me, and that really keeps us stuck from showing up authentically, truthfully, and sharing our message and our work with the world, then the first thing we should do is to really observe our minds and catch those negative thoughts that are causing those feelings of imposter syndrome or not being good enough. And that is what I call mind observation. And then mind control, of course, is simply paying attention to those thoughts, maybe grabbing a pen and paper, writing them down, and really shifting that self-talk, because that displays such a big role in feeling like an imposter, from feeling like an imposter to actually feeling confident and having the self-belief to show up and really share with the world what your business is about, what you stand for. As I'm a huge believer in sharing our messages in an authentic and truthful manner. So mind observation and control, or managing your self-talk, this is number one technique for me. And another practice that I do daily, that is meditation. Meditation, people use meditation for a lot of different things, but I use it to really sharpen my focus and enhance my productivity. Because as business owners, we could be juggling so many different projects. We could be juggling different team members, conversations, and it is really important to know how to stay focused and really have that productivity every day, taking all the key things from our list and making sure we're moving forward. So meditation, when we take 15 to 20 minutes a day to really quiet the mind and to, again, release negative thoughts, that really sharpens our focus. And then we can start our day with feeling much more productive, clearer, even better prepared to deal with emotions, because meditation really does this. It puts us into a state of focus and calm. So this is another technique that I swear by and something that helps me immensely in my business. It really helps me stay focused. The final technique is more on the practical side when it comes to running a business, and that is storytelling. Storytelling, embracing what made you the business owner that you are today, the person that you are today, and really integrating that in your messaging and in everything that you share with your audience and with your community. So that really helps with building an authentic personal brand and triggering people emotionally, because they can resonate with your message, they can resonate with why you do things. So storytelling, I integrate storytelling into our social media campaigns, into my day-to-day social media posts, into my website marketing campaigns. So this is another practice, and it is a practice, the practice of speaking and sharing what we stand for and what we believe in. It's a very practical step that I take, and it has become almost like a second nature, especially when I'm recording Instagram stories and I share things about, you know, the business, why we do things, how we do them. So there is always an element of authentic storytelling. And these are the top 3 practices that I can think of on top of my mind.
They're great. And I know that you do help actually people that are stuck in their job to really also go out there and build the business and the life they want in a joyful and easy way, right? And in a way in sync with who they really are. I think you're doing amazing work, Kristina. And I'd like to go a little deeper into each one of them. So the first one is like, you know, like you say, hey, man, imposter syndromes and I'm not good enough, whatever else is coming up. I know whenever our businesses meet the next level, right, there's always these kind of demons coming up again and again. But you say, hey, observe what's going through your mind, because your mind holds incredible power. So a lot of people say, well, yes, I mean, it sounds easy, it sounds logical, but I just don't know. You know, I don't know how to catch these thoughts, because if I was aware of them, I would change them, right? So but what do you do to really, you know, get your grip on it, you know?
That's such an excellent question. And a lot of people are unaware of those negative thoughts. They just experience the feeling. So my tip for that would be, every time you feel like an imposter, or every time you feel self-doubt, or you're about to do something, let's say you're about to go and record a live video on Instagram, but you just can't press that go live button, and you keep holding back, or you keep procrastinating and putting it off, then I would advise that the person sits down with themselves quietly with their notebook and really ask themselves, why am I feeling this way? And what am I thinking about right now? A simple question: what is going on through my head right now in the form of thoughts? What is my mind telling me? And then write all these thoughts down. Why? Ask yourself, why am I not taking that next step? Or why am I feeling the way am I feeling? Then write it all down. And people feel, I do this exercise with some of my clients, they feel very uncomfortable because they, as human beings, we don't want to admit our darkest thoughts and secrets and insecurities. We better put them under the carpet instead of facing them. It's painful, it's uncomfortable. So it takes courage to actually sit with yourself and be honest with yourself and say, okay, I feel like an imposter, or I have an insecurity around this because perhaps I'm very self-conscious, perhaps I'm afraid of how people will perceive me. But by facing those thoughts, by writing them down, the first thing you're going to feel is feeling uncomfortable. The second thing is a relief, because you feel like, wow, this is what is happening that is holding me back. So what is the next step? How can I shift that? And shifting it, usually it involves daily mindset work. It's not a steady process, especially if these are core beliefs. If you're thinking you're not an expert, for instance, that comes from somewhere. Maybe you experienced failure in the past. So by then using affirmations, and I know a lot of people, you know, laugh at affirmations, but they actually do work, especially if you use them verbally in front of the mirror, and really challenging those thoughts that you have just written down in your notebook and saying to yourself, well, actually I am an expert because of this. Remembering times in your life or in your business where you did a fantastic job, and really focusing on the positives and reaffirming those statements in your mind every day until they become a belief, and also looking for evidence that they're true. So when someone pays you a compliment, or a client, for instance, is very pleased with your services, write that down, like affirm it and remember it and say to yourself, well done, so that you can start shifting those negative thoughts. And it's all about being conscious and sitting with yourself and being willing to do it, because it's not pleasant.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, it all comes with becoming aware, right? And I think you said something, and I would like to emphasize that because it's so important. Like, when do we notice something in the back of our mind, right? When do we have these things? It's not always that we are aware of them. But when we realize that we don't do something that we wanted to do, or we know that if we would do it, it would bring our business to a different level. Again, when we feel that we are procrastinating, then there's probably something happening, right? And that is the moment to actually sit down and do the exercise that Kristina was talking about, right? And again, once we are aware of them, right, it's really, we can think about, like, so okay, first of all, being aware of them, we can say, hey, is that really true? Like, if you're really afraid of something, or we say, oh, I'm not good enough. Is that really true? Like what you said, what have I done in the past that proves that I am actually good enough, that I can face a bigger level because I've done it in my business many times over. I love all of that. So let's also talk about, for a couple of minutes about, your point number 3. You say that you use storytelling, and you're really bringing that, you use it to really also boost your visibility, right? Running social media campaigns, regular posting, and everything else. And you say it has become second nature. Mm-hmm. So many entrepreneurs struggle with that, and you talked about authentic storytelling. A lot of people, especially, and that's also one of the demons in the back of people's mind, they say, well, if I really show who I am and what I really think, I get judged, and it triggers a lot of fear, right? And whatever else is in people's mind. So how did you overcome that yourself, Kristina? How did you say, well, because I feel that in my business and my life, and I started to be vulnerable and authentic and to show up as who I really am, it changed everything.
Yeah.
The stronger connection with people, not only from mind to mind, but from heart to heart. Mm-hmm. And no matter what people say in business is done from person to person and from heart to heart eventually, right? So, but asking you a question, how did you make that a second nature for you, not only to show up, but to show up as who you are, and and authentically, and being who you are?
There are 2 things that I would like to mention. One sounds like a cliche, but feel the fear, and do it anyway. Right. I would say that when I first started showing up, especially online, and sharing things that are very vulnerable, I did feel fear, and I did feel fear of being criticized. So everyone feels that, even probably celebrities and people who already are high-profile figures who do it every day. The butterflies in your gut, that's a feeling that shows fear, but at the same time it shows excitement, right? And that brings me to the next point of what are you choosing? Are you choosing to be blocked by your fear, or are you choosing to be led by the excitement of making a stronger impact, like a bigger impact, by sharing what you're about to share, because someone will resonate with that? And yes, I have been criticized, I have been ridiculed, people have laughed at me. That can happen. And perhaps it will happen, but that doesn't mean that this should stop us, because we cannot control how other people perceive us or how they project their own fears onto us. That is not something that we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on the people that we're actually helping through our message. And when you're feeling stuck and procrastinating on speaking up and sharing your story with the world, focus on the people who actually need to hear it, because that could be a survival guide for them. It could be an inspiration. They could be, and they will be benefiting from it. And someone hearing your story can change their life. It can give them hope in the moment when they were about to lose hope, when they were about to give up. But they heard what you had to say, and that was like a light bulb moment for them. And that is how you change lives. That is how important it is to actually be your authentic self. But also accepting that you will not be liked by everyone. I often, when I coach clients on this, I ask them, well, do you like everyone who you see on social media? Do you like everyone's, brands? No. Then why do you expect that everyone will like you? It's not human nature. We are selective. we don't gel with everyone. So also understanding that it is not possible to be liked and accepted by everyone, and it's okay. And when you get people talking negatively to you in the online space publicly, having a bit of empathy and understanding as well that perhaps they're not coming from a good place. Empathy has helped me deal with negative comments and things like that, because I understand that the person who is on the other side, perhaps they are going through something themselves. Yeah. But again, focusing on the bigger purpose behind you sharing your story and showing up.
I always say that also, like we work a lot with speakers and we always say in service is no fear. When you know why you're stepping up on stage, or in this case, why you share your message on social media or in other ways, when you know, like what you said, like you know your purpose, you know why you do it and who you do it for, and you can have faith and trust. It is always someone that picks up your message, no matter if it's online or in a real audience. Again, you're touching one person's mind, heart, and life. Okay, and that is so powerful. Also, Kristina, I know that the way you run your business, our business called HeartPowered Business, right? I know you run your business in a very heart-powered way. What does it mean to you to run a heart-powered business?
To integrate your passions and your heart, literally what makes you come alive, what makes you excited into your business. And this is some of the things that that we do at Coaching for Transformers. We help people understand what they're truly passionate about, why they're passionate about it, what they're really good at, what comes easy to them, and like integrating those passions and those talents into their businesses and sharing them with the world. So to me, that is integrating your heart into your business and leading with the heart and working with the heart, because what excites you, Monique, may not excite me. It's so individual. What you are passionate about is so unique to who you are. Also, it is unique to your journey and your talents. What you are innately, naturally good at, you were born with those. And of course, your skills as well. When you integrate all of them into your business, into your products and services, into your even like brand and storytelling, then you are leading through the heart and you are inspiring others because they sense that energy. When you are working on doing what lights you up, there is, you share that vibe with people. They sense it, they can catch it. And that really helps with attracting the right audience and people who resonate not only with what you do and how it helps them, but with why you do it, and then with your energy, with your vibe.
Right, beautifully described, and I love that, and it resonates very much with me as well. I know, Kristina, you're not only inspiring your clients and on stages. You're also a lady of action, right? And, we also here in our HeartPowered Inspiring interviews, we like everyone to not only take golden nuggets away and learn something new or get inspired in some way, but really we invite everyone. And by the way, welcome. It's great to have you, all of you here. And thank you for being loyal with us on all our interviews. Again, we like everyone that is with us today to turn one golden nugget of what you shared into concrete action. So they get concrete results in their business and their life. So what is the action you would invite them to take today?
I would say every day as they go for their day, when they feel a negative emotion, such as, let's say, self-doubt, or they start questioning themselves, to take those 5 minutes to just sit in silence with their notebook or with their phone and do that inventory of their mind. So that's very specific, and it can become a habit, and it's going to turn into the opportunity to actually catch those thoughts early on and consciously plant those beliefs that empower you and that allow you to move forward with more courage and more authenticity. And it is very easy to spot. We all know when we're feeling doubt. We all know when we are holding back. So when that happens, if it happens, let's say once a day, I hope not, but if it does, pay attention every time that doubt kicks in throughout the day, or even once a day. Again, sit down, write it down, or even use the notes on your phone. That's a great way for you to track things as well, because you could take notes and track. And then if you do that every day, when a particular emotion that is kind of holding you back shows up, after you look at those notes in 30 days, you spot those patterns. You will know exactly whether these thoughts are reoccurring, whether they're more related to the situation, and then you can ask a coach for help, or you could start doing that conscious mindset reset work to change those thoughts, because you know exactly what your patterns are. And this is so huge. We very often don't know what our patterns are. So that specific daily action of paying attention, writing down every day in a month will pay off by multiplying and enhancing your self-awareness massively.
Right, that's beautiful. And as you say, if you do it regularly, you kind of start seeing certain patterns and say, oh, that's the same thought that's coming up again and again, or that's a belief that holds me back in this for this, this, and this, right?
Exactly.
And, I would really recommend all of you that are with us today, don't just get inspired, take concrete action today, okay? Even right now, right after our interview, just ask yourself, what is one thing that you want to make happen in your life or in your business or as a speaker that kind of scares you?
Yeah.
And then look at these fears or these beliefs or these thoughts that are coming up and start writing them down in a very concrete way. Start today, take action today, right away. Okay. And then again, share them with us in the HeartPowered Global Nation, right? I mean, in our community, we are here to cheer you on and to help you take these out of the way. Also, as Kristina said, see that you find a coach. I mean, Kristina's company is Coaching Transformers, right? So it's even called this way. So reach out to her. As you know, also we help speakers and entrepreneurs grow and scale their business. And again, we also address not only the tactical things in business and speaking, we also address the inner game. You can get in touch with us and we help you too. So, get help on these things, because again, doing it together will flush out things that we are never able to see even ourselves. And also the whole process of letting go of them is so much more easy and joyful. Yeah. So again, but just start with that exercise today, okay? Think about something that scares you and look at what's coming up. What is the one thing you want to do next? Like maybe that's doing a Facebook Live, or maybe it's creating some video for your YouTube channel, or maybe it's applying for a more prestigious speaking opportunity. Think about what is that that's scaring you, and then start journaling on what thoughts are coming up. Great, Kristina, I love that. But I know now I also kind of, invited everyone to also reach out to you. Now everyone wants to know where can they connect with you, right? Where can they find you?
They can go to the Coaching for Transformers website and send us a note, or they can just reach out to me on social media. They're always welcome. They can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram. They can drop me a direct message and they can connect with me. And my profile is Kristina R for Romeo and then Todorova, and I'm sure they won't remember it, but even if they go to the Coaching for Transformers website and just click at the Instagram handle, they will be able to get in touch.
Right, and we are just very happy to also share the link with everyone, Kristina, just to make it easy for people to connect with you, okay? And check out the amazing magical work you do.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. It's been wonderful chatting about the importance of showing up as who you truly are and really winning those battles with your own self and with your own mind. So thank you for having me today, Monique.
You're welcome. Would you like to round it off with a final inspirational thought for everyone to walk away from today?
An inspirational thought would be to remind yourself that everything starts with you. Success, your dreams fulfilled, everything starts with you and you're capable. Because if you have that dream, then you have what it takes to achieve it. But it starts with you. You need to take ownership and you need to take action. And you can win the battle with your mind and you can make it work for you. Yeah. So to your point, Monique, think about what you truly want and start taking action, start paying attention to those thoughts, and then start pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone.
I love that. Thank you so much, Kristina. And so true. Everything starts with ourselves. And never forget, our mind and our heart hold incredible power. Mm-hmm. So go out there, keep doing your magic, as you always say, speak up, scale up, impact the world. And we'll be back with another amazing interview soon. But first of all, thank you, Kristina, from my side for being on with us, inspiring everyone with us. And thank you all, and each and every one of you that's watching this right now. Thank you for being on. Thank you for doing the amazing work you do. The world needs you. So go out there, speak up, scale up, impact the world. Have an amazing day. All the best for now.